Hello, this is Abdullah Sakhakhni. Today I'm covering signal characteristics, starting with this function y of n equals 2x of n minus x n minus 3. I'm going to testing the linearity and time inference for this function, and I'm going to test if it's the system causal and Bible for different equation. For this one, let's say this is A, this is B. For A, I'm going to use the alpha method. So let y1 of n equals 2x1 of n minus x1 and minus 3, and y2 n equals 2x2 n minus x2 n minus 3. Let them be the system outputs of the arbitrary inputs x1 and x2 of n. Then with x3 of n equals alpha 1 of n plus alpha 2, alpha 1 x1, alpha 2 x2 of n. Then we get y3 of n equals 2x 3 of n minus x3 n minus 3, which is equals 2 alpha 1 x1 of n plus 2 alpha 2 x2 n minus alpha 1 x1 n minus 3 minus alpha 2 x2 n minus 3. That gives us alpha 1, take common factor, 2x1 of n minus x1 n minus 3 plus alpha 2 2x2 of n minus x2 n minus 3, and that gives us finally alpha 1 y1 of n plus alpha 2 y2 of n, and that's equals, because the system satisfies the superposition property, we conclude that the system is linear. So is linear. Now with part P, which is time inference. In this part, I'm gonna use this formula x for n equals x1 n plus n absolute. This is a method that I learned from different websites. So let's say y4n equals, and just plug in the original equation. Minus 3. Then it equals to x1 n plus n naught. We just substitute the values, n plus n naught minus 3. Then it gives us y1 n plus n naught. So therefore a time shift by any integer n naught of the input corresponds to a time shift n0 in the output. So the system is time infinite. So the system is time infinite. Now I'm going to use a different impulse response of a different system, which is linear. Okay, let's say h n equals 2 to the power n u n plus 1. This is, let's use a different color here. Unfortunately I didn't have a different color, but let's say make it in a box. Alright. Now the first thing is the system causal, and let's justify our answers by says h of n equals 0 if n less than 0. Let's say if it applies to that or not. So for the given impulse response, we have, this is the proof of that, h of minus 1 equals 2 to the power minus 1. It doesn't equal to 0, so the system is not causal. Not causal. Because it should gives us the less than the number of 1, okay, before the future. This is for the causal. The second part, which is about the stability, pipo. And now let's test it. We can say the system is pipo, stable, if and only if its impulse response is absolutely summable. That means sigma k equal minus infinity to infinity absolute value of h k less than infinity. Alright, for the given impulse response we have that implies to k minus, sorry for my handwriting here, so I don't know what's happening here. Alright, absolute value of 2k, let's just plug in the main function here, plus 1, close the parentheses, absolute value equals to sigma infinity k equals minus 1, absolute value of 2 to the power k, it gives us infinity, so which is not absolutely summable, and this is not a bistable. We can conclude this, it's not Bible. So that's pretty it is. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Goodbye.